Everybody, welcome to my channel Krishna Singhero, and thanks a lot for showing all your love and motivation, because when you see my videos I really get motivated, and all the likes you people have shown for the previous videos. Thank you so much. Because of your motivation I feel like coming over here and sharing some more information and the knowledge I've gained all these years through these audio. So today we are going to continue with the series of revision for class 12 board exams for term 2. We had done few topics from chapter debenture. Today again we'll be picking up one topic from chapter issue of debenture. So as I told you, in this chapter my approach is to record videos for those areas which are most difficult for the students or which you have not studied before. So but today's topic is going to be writing off on discount on issue of debenture. By now you must have already studied what is issue of debenture and what kind of losses a company can face on issue of debenture. One loss is that when company has to issue the debentures on discount, so that below the face value when company is issuing the debenture. So for example, the face value of debenture is 100 rupees and debentures are issued for 95 rupees. So this 5 rupees is a loss for company. Another loss while issuing the debenture is that when terms of redemption of debenture is given and that redemption is going to be on premium. Again, there can be many cases which we have already done under the topic of redemption of debenture, terms of redemption of debenture. For example, I am picking up a simple example where issue is on face value and redemption is on premium. So for example, the debentures are issued for 100 rupees and they are going to be redeemed at 105 rupees. So in that case, what happens? Your extra amount, 5 rupees, which you are paying extra to the debenture holder at the time of redemption, will be called loss on issue of debenture. Both these losses are to be written off. Loss on issue of debenture needs to be written off. Now, how do we write this loss on issue of debenture? Today we'll be discussing that. So I quickly share my notes with you. Here are my notes on writing off issue on debenture. How do we write loss on issue of debenture? How do we write off loss on issue of debenture or discount on issue of debenture? Now, remember this thing, when only the loss on issue at the time of issue is there, means debenture are of 100 rupees and they are being issued at 95 rupees, so that 5 rupees is a loss. This will be called discount on issue of debenture. But if you are redeeming the debenture at a higher value than the face value, it will be called loss on issue of debenture. And if both discount and loss on issue of debenture are available in single question, means the terms of redemption are also given and debentures are issued at discount, combinedly we can open one account only, that is called loss on issue of debenture. Now there can be various cases under which this loss will be written off. That information has to be given to us by the question, then only we can pass the journal entries. So let's see these cases one by one. Today's video is going to be restricted to only the theoretical part of it. I will be explaining it to you through some illustration, and in the next part of it I will do some numerical questions with you. So today the concept part we are going to finish. So first, it can be written off when discount or loss is given to us in the question and in the year of issue itself. Means, for example, if debentures are issued at, let's say, on 1st April 2021, we are writing off this discount or loss on issue of debenture in the same year. So at the end of the year, we write off this loss on or discount on issue of debenture from various sources which are available to us. So what can be the various sources from which with this loss can be written off? First of all, if there is any balance in security premium reserve, this loss can be written off, but this information has to be given to us in the question. There can be a balance available of capital reserve. That capital reserve can also be utilized for writing off of discount on issue of debenture. And if both of these are not there, or if there is insufficient balance in both of these accounts, then remaining part can be written off from statement of profit and loss account. Now, let's say, for example, in a question, the amount of loss is 1 lakh rupees. The amount of loss I'm writing over here is, let's say, 1 lakh rupees. If amount of loss is 1 lakh rupees and I have, let's say, 30,000 rupees in security premium reserve, 50,000 rupees in capital reserve, then in what order I'm going to use security premium reserve or capital reserve? So there can be any order followed, though there is little clash in T.S. Grewal sir's book in ISC board and in CBSE board. In ISC board, they use SPR first and then capital reserve, and in CBSE board, they use capital reserve first and then SPR. So for that, you need to, take one clearance from your teachers who are teaching in the school. As far as my, suggestion for this is that any order can be followed for this, capital reserve or SPR, both of this can be followed in any order. Because when this problem will arise, like in this question, we will have to utilize both of this and statement of profit and loss as well, 30,000, 50,000. And after that also, there will be 20,000 left, which we are going to take from statement of profit and loss. But for example, here it was 5 lakh rupees and here it was 1 lakh rupees. Then what order would have been preferred by you? So for that reason, you need to take the clearance one. Okay, so what is the crux of it? First of all, we need to see whether the balance of statement of profit and loss is given in the question or no, which is normally not given in the question. But is the balance of security premium reserve given? Is the balance of capital reserve given? Yes. Is it equal or sufficient enough to write off the loss? That we have to see. If it is insufficient, then remaining part can be taken from statement of profit and loss. Let me write one more example and explain it to you. Again, if I say 1 lakh rupees are available over here, and in security premium reserve, the balance is given 50,000. Nothing is written about the capital reserve. In that case, how you are going to write off the loss? So obviously, first you will use security premium reserve, 50,000 rupees you will take from there for writing of the loss, and remaining you will take from statement of profit and loss. Now, what should be the journal entry for writing of the discount on issue of debenture? Let us see that as well, because you will have to pass journal entries regarding this. So journal entries are going to be something like this. First journal entry, if you are writing off your loss on issue of debenture from security premium reserve account is going to be debited, and to discount on loss on issue of debenture, that will be credited. If you are writing it off from capital reserve account will be debited. If you are writing it off from statement of profit and loss is going to be debited. So in all the cases, whatever balance you are using for writing off loss on issue of debenture, that balance has to be debited, and obviously discount on issue of debenture account will be credited. But in any question, if you are using all three of this, security premium reserve, capital reserve, and statement of profit and loss, then all three of this should be debited. Okay, but can there be a case when discount on issue of debenture is written off during the life of debentures? Yes, there can be a case which is written over here when discount on issue of debenture is written off during the life of debenture. What is the life of debenture? And always when you read the question, you always see the debentures are going to be written off after 5 years, 6 years, 10 years or so. So for how many years the debentures are issued, that is called the life of debenture. So sometimes questions are framed like that, which says that this loss on issue of debenture is not written off in the year of issue itself. It is written off during the life of debenture. During the life of debenture means this loss is going to be written off over the period of life of debenture. Like so total loss is, let's say 5 lakh rupees. So 5 lakh divided by the life of debenture is 5 years. 5 lakh divided by 5, every year 1 lakh rupees loss is going to be written off. So what we have done, we have spread over this loss over 5 years, and then slowly, gradually one year we are using for writing off this loss on issue of debenture. So let's read the cases for that. So this second one over here, you read, this is the second case when writing off of the loss on issue of debenture is done over the period of life of debenture. So when this is done, debentures can be either redeemable in lump sum. Again, there will be two cases. Okay, if I show you over here, what kind of cases can be made out of this case number 2 itself. One is this possibility that when the redemption is taking place, the redemption of all the debentures, let's say 50,000 debentures were there, all 50,000 debentures are going to be redeemed in one go at the end of 5th year. Or this is also a possibility that redemption of the debenture is taking place in parts. Let's say company is redeeming in first year, at the end of first year or second year, 10,000 debenture, then 20,000 debenture, then 30,000 debenture, or there can be equal redemption of debenture every year. Let's say at the end of first year 10,000 debenture, then second year 10,000, third year 10,000, fourth year and fifth year. So these two cases can be made. As you can see over here, when debentures are redeemable in lump sum, means at the end of 5th year all 50,000 debentures are going to be redeemed in one go. This is called when discount on issue of debenture is written off during the life of debentures, and that debenture are redeemable at the end of the life of debentures altogether. Means all 50,000 debenture, as per my example, are going to be redeemed in one go or in lump sum only. Another case can be like this, when debentures are redeemable in installment. Now installment again have two parts. Yes, there are so many parts. Installments means, as I gave you, like 10,000 each year. At the end of first year 10,000, second year 10,000, third year also 10,000, fourth and fifth year also 10,000 each you're redeeming. So this is called redemption of debenture during the life, or redemption of debenture in parts, not in lump sum, and equal installments. In installments, you are redeeming debenture, and how are the installments? 10,000 each year. So each year your installment is same. But it is not necessary that all the time you're going to redeem the debentures in this equal installment. There can be unequal installments as well. As you can see, case number 2.2b over here on your screen, where the debentures are redeemable in unequal installments. So altogether, under case number 2, we have to study 4 things. Number 1, when discount on issue of debenture is written off during the life of debenture, under that we will see if debentures are going to be redeemed under lump sum method. Means all the debentures are going to be redeemed together. So that is going to be called the redemption of debenture in lump sum. But this is also a possibility which you can see in 2.2, when debentures are redeemable in installment. How the installments can be? Installments can be equal, as per my example, 10,000 each year, or installments can be unequal as well. Let's say 20, 30, like that. Okay, so in all these cases, we have to see how we are going to pass the entries related to writing off the loss on issue of debenture. Let us see that. So let me tell you first of all this, when discount on issue of debenture is written off during the life of debenture, how do we pass the entries? The entries are going to be same, means like we did when discount on issue of debenture is written off in the same year of issue. If we have to see if the balance of security premium reserve is available, we'll use it. If balance of capital reserve is available, we'll use it. And if nothing is there or insufficient balance is there in both of these things, we will use statement of profit and loss. Then what is the difference between the writing of discount on issue of debenture during the life of debenture or only at the end of issue, in the year of issue? Difference is only in the amount. Here you can see one formula written over here, the area where I'm putting the tick mark. Total amount of discount divided by number of years after which debentures will be redeemed. For example, the total loss is 1 lakh rupees. Okay. So if you are writing off discount on issue of debenture in the year of issue itself, not spreading it over the life of debenture, then you will write off this entire 1 lakh by passing this entry, either this entire entry written over here, or you will use whatever balance is available to you. For example, nothing is there, security premium reserve, no balance is available, capital reserve, no balance is available, only statement of profit and loss is there. So you will use statement of profit and loss, debit, to discount on issue of debenture entire 1 lakh rupees. But when you are writing of discount on issue of debenture over the life of debenture, let's say the life of debenture is 5 years. So you are going to divide this amount by 5. 5 is what? The life of debenture, which is 5 years. So your answer is going to come 20,000 rupees. Now, every year, at the end of the year, on 31st of March, you're going to pass this entry where you will debit statement of profit and loss and to discount on issue of debenture, you are going to pass this entry, and every year you are going to write the amount 20,000, 20,000, 20,000. Now, there is also one possibility that in a question, they will give you security premium reserve balance, and they will give you, for example, I'll write it over here for your understanding. For example, this 1 lakh rupees is loss on issue of debenture, and you are being given security premium reserves balance. Okay, let's say SPR is available to you, which is 50,000 rupees, and rest you will have to write off from statement of profit and loss. Now see, understand the logic behind writing it over the life of debenture. The logic of writing it off over the life of debenture is that one particular year's profit should not come down too much because of this writing off of loss. Now, if I talk about balance of security premium reserve, you know, as per Companies Act 2013, there are very restricted areas, only 5 areas where security premium reserve can be utilized, and one of those areas is this writing of discount on issue of debenture. So why should we spread it over 5 years? It is anyway such a wallet which cannot be touched on the regular basis. There are only specific cases where this amount can be utilized. So we are not going to utilize this balance in 5 years. We will write up all 50,000 in the year of issue itself. For remaining 50,000 rupees, for which actually you are using statement of profit and loss, you are going to spread it over 5 years, and each year 10,000 rupees you are going to write off. I hope you understood what I tried to say. I will just repeat myself. For example, there is loss on issue of debenture of rupees 1 lakh, and you are given the balance of security premium reserve in your question of 50,000 rupees, and you are asked to write off discount on issue of debenture over the life of debenture, and the life of debenture is, let's say, 5 years. In this case, how are you going to deal with the balance of security premium reserve and the amount which you have to take from statement of profit and loss? So in such case, what you are going to do, in the year of issue itself, you are going to utilize whole of the amount, which is 50,000 rupees. You are not going to spread it over 5 years, but remaining 50,000 rupees, which you have to take from statement of profit and loss, you will divide it by 5, which is life of debenture, and 10,000 rupees for the next 5 years you will take from statement of profit and loss, and you will keep on passing every year. At the end of the year, this entry, statement of profit and loss account debit to discount or loss on issue of debenture account. So this is how you are going to deal when both the things are present in a particular question: balance of either capital reserve or security premium reserve, and the remaining part when you have to take from statement of profit and loss. Now we'll see what will happen if the debentures are not going to be redeemed in lump sum. Means debentures are going to be redeemed in installment. Now the installments can be equal installments, or it can be unequal installment as well. So for that, how are we going to do? We are going to see when the installments are equal. Means, let's say there are 50,000 debenture, and at the end of first year till the end of 5th year, company is redeeming 10,000 debentures each year. In that case, how the entries are going to be passed? So let's see. First of all, we'll have to do this application of this formula. We will write what is the year end number of outstanding debenture. Means if it is first year end, we'll write end of first year and the outstanding number of debenture, then next year, then next year, and next year, like this till the end of the life of debenture. We are going to write the number of outstanding debenture, means which are already redeemed are not going to come over here. Then we'll make a ratio out of this, and then discount will be written off in this particular ratio only. I know only by saying you must not be understanding it clearly. That is why I have written one example over here. Let me explain it to you through this example. So this example is, let's say there are 20,000 10% debenture of 100 issued. 100 issued at a discount of 6% are redeemable in installment of rupees 4 lakh each in 5 years. So there are 20,000 debentures of rupees 100. So if I multiply 20,000 by 100, there are 20 lakh debentures, and each year company is going to redeem rupees 4 lakh. Okay, 4 lakhs debentures are going to be redeemed. Now this, how this redemption is taking place in 5 years, and each year they are going to redeem the equal installment of 4 lakh rupees. So let me explain you the first column. Let's see the first column. It is each year end, first year end, second year end, third year end, fourth year end, and fifth year end. So like this, I have written all the year end from first to fifth year, and then I have written debenture outstanding. So obviously in first year on the last date, the debenture are redeemed. So you will not exclude that amount. You will take that entire amount of 20 lakh rupees. You are not going to make it 16 lakh rupees over here, because on the 31st of March, this redemption is taking place. So do not remove that amount. Next year, you remove that amount. And next year, 20 lakh minus 4 lakh rupees, 16 lakh. Again, here you must have redeemed debentures of 4 lakh rupees. So next year, you redeem that, you deduct that 4 lakh rupees again from 16 lakh, which will make it 12 lakh. Then again, this 4 lakh rupees do not redeem at the end of third year, redeem. And next year, you reduce that amount and make it 8 lakh rupees, and again like that. So in fifth year, your debentures will not become nil. At the end of fifth year also, you have 4 lakh debentures to be redeemed. Like this table should be made. Understand it once again. When you read, sometimes the students misunderstand it, and from first year only, they start writing 16 lakh, 12 lakh, 8 lakh, and 4 lakh. So what happens at the end of fifth year, they get nil. But in that way, your ratio will become wrong. What you have to do, you have to write the full amount of outstanding debenture at the end of first year. And then from the second year onwards, you have to keep on reducing the amount which you are redeeming at each year end. That way, your ratio is coming 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. How did this ratio come? I've simply written this 20, 16, 12, 8, and 4 in the ratio. Okay, you can write 20 is to 16 is to 12 is to 8 is to 4 also. We have simplified it and written 5 is to 4 is to 3 is to 2 is to 1. I hope till here things are clear to you. Now, what is the next step? We'll have to find out what is the amount of discount on issue of debenture. So there are total 20 lakh debenture, and 20 lakh multiplied by 6%, it is coming to 1,20,000 rupees. This is the total amount of loss which company is facing. This amount of loss has to be divided in this particular ratio. If I write the total of this ratio, it is 15 over here. So every year you are going to deduct the amount from the statement of profit and loss, and you are going to make this allocation of discount to be written off from the statement of profit and loss in this ratio. 5 is 5 by 15, 4 by 15, and so I'll explain it to you once again how we are going to do it. See, first of all, we have taken the year end. So the year end are going to be first year, second year, third year, fourth year, and fifth year. And debenture outstanding, you will take 20 lakh. In the year one, you are not going to deduct that 4 lakh rupees, because you are deducting or redeeming these debentures at the end of the financial year, which is on 31st of March. So the idea is that because you are redeeming this debenture at the end of the year, when the year is practically ending, so that is why you are writing that 20 lakh debentures are still outstanding. And on that date itself, you are redeeming the debenture. So you are not deducting that day. You will show the reduced number of debenture in the next year. Number of debenture, no, you are going to write here the amount in rupees. So 20 lakh rupees here. Next year, it will become 16 lakh. Again, at the end of the second year, you redeem the debenture of 4 lakh rupees. So it will reduce further by 4 lakh rupees and become 12 lakh. Like in 12 lakh rupees, you are not going to write over here. You will write at the end of third year 12 lakh rupees. Then again at the end of third year, you're going to redeem 4 lakh rupees, and that reduced amount of 8 lakh rupees you're going to write in the next year. And again 4 lakh rupees you're redeeming at the end of fourth year. And now your outstanding number of debenture of 4 lakh rupees, which you will show at the end of fifth year. Obviously, at the end of fifth year, you are reducing again or redeeming again the debenture of 4 lakh rupees, but that nil amount you don't have to show it. Now, once you're done with this work, you're going to make a ratio of these numbers: 20 lakh, 16 lakh, 12 lakh, 8 lakh, and 4 lakh, and simplify it, which came to 5 is to 4 is to 3 is to 2 is to 1, and the total you have written over here. Now, total discount on issue of debenture, which is 20 lakh to 20,000. This is the number of debenture multiplied by 100. So 20 lakh is the total amount of debentures issued, multiplied by 6%. That is the amount of loss. So 20 lakh multiplied by 6%, you are getting the total amount of discount on issue of debenture is 1,20,000. But as the question says, it has to be spread over the life of debenture. It should not be reduced or written off from the discount statement of profit and loss in the year of issue. That is why we are making this writing off in this particular ratio, which we have just calculated in column number 3. So first year 1,20,000 into 5 by 15, second year 1,20,000 into 4 by 15, 3 by 15, 2 by 15, and 3 by 15, so on. So like this, you have redeemed you have written off the discount on issue of debenture, which came to 40,000, 32,000, 24,000, 16,000, and 8,000 each year. And the total of all of this obviously should come equal to 1,20,000. So each year you will be passing this entry only, statement of profit and loss, to discount on issue of debenture. If there is no other information available, this is only the entry. And amount is going to be different in each year, because it is 40,000 in first year, then 32,000, then 60, 24, 16, and 8,000. So this table you will have to make in working note. Based on this table itself, the question can be asked. And in fact, in ISC specimen question paper, there is a question based on this concept. So you have to make this table compulsorily in your working note. And if the main question is asking only about the how to write up the discount on issue of debenture in case of equal installment, you have to show it as the main part of your answer. So this table has to be practiced. Now case 2, we are going, obviously, as I told you, I will be doing one video after this with you all, where we will do the practical questions on this. Here I am just explaining to you the concept and along with example. So don't get panicked if you are not getting the entire concept clearly, because once you do questions along with me, you will definitely be able to understand the concept 100%. So here you just have to focus on understanding the concept. If numerical part is not that clear, or you have a hitch that you will not be able to solve, don't worry at all. When we do the questions live with me, you will be able to do it very well without any problem. Now let's see the second part of this case 2 only, when debentures are going to be redeemed in installment, and the life of debenture is used for writing of the discount on issue of debenture. But this time, what is the difference? The difference is that the debentures are not going to be redeemed in equal installment. Debentures are going to be redeemed in unequal installment. Means maybe 1 year some X amount is going to be redeemed, and another year some Y amount is going to be redeemed. In that case, how are we going to deal? See, I'll tell you one, just to make you relax, that what is going to be different over here. Only this ratio will be different. Otherwise, the same concept, the same calculation will be followed over here. You have to follow the same table which is present in front of you. Year end, debenture outstanding ratio, and discount on issue of debenture has to be distributed in that ratio. Now, how are we going to make that ratio? That's going to be little different. Not much of the difference will be there in case number 2.2a and 2.2b. Now see, one example again I have given over here. With the help of example, I'll explain it to you. So the example is X Limited issued 20,000 10% debenture of 100 each at 8% discount, redeemable at par. So your total loss is going to be 1,60,000. How 1,60,000? 20 lakh into 8% is 1,60,000. But now the debentures, first year the debentures are not getting redeemed only. From the end of second year, the redemption is starting. In first year, the redemption of 2 lakh debenture is done, 2 lakh rupees. And next year, 4 lakh rupees debentures are redeemed. Then 6 lakh rupees debenture redeemed, and 8 lakh rupees debenture are redeemed. So here, the ratio is not equal. The debentures are redeemed in unequal installment. How are we going to deal? See, the same pattern has to be followed at the year end. Debenture outstanding ratio and discount to be written off. That all headings are same. We have written at the end of first year, second year, third year, fourth year, and fifth year. Now, outstanding number of debenture. In first year, because no redemption took place, it is going to be 20 lakh only. In second year also, it is going to be 20 lakh only. Yes, be very careful. In second year also, you have to write 20 lakh only, because I had told you in the year in which redemption is taking place, that redemption is taking place at the end of the year on 31st of March. So 31st of March, you are doing it on the last day of the year. That is why you write the full amount and show the reduced amount in the next year. So what are you doing? You are not showing the reduced amount over here. Here you have actually reduced 2 lakh rupees debenture, but you are showing the reduced amount in the next year. Now, if you look over here in third year, how many debentures are you redeeming? Debentures of worth rupees 4 lakh, but you have not showed over here 18 lakh, 20 lakh minus, 18 lakh. sorry, 18 lakh minus 4 lakh rupees. You have showed that reduce 4 lakh rupees in the next year, which is 14 lakh rupees. And again, at the end of the fourth year, you are redeeming debentures of worth rupees 6 lakh rupees. So that 6 lakh rupees you are reducing and showing 8 lakh rupees. And at the end of fifth year, you have actually redeemed the debentures of 8 lakh rupees, but you are not showing nil over here. You are still writing 8 lakh rupees, because if you write nil, your ratio will be disturbed over here. That is why we have to follow this, that in the year in which you are redeeming the debenture, do not show the reduced amount, show the reduced amount in the next year. Now the making of ratio is same as a previous one which we did. We have simply written these numbers in the ratio format by simplifying them, by dividing them by some smaller number, which came to 10, 10, 9, 7 and 4, and total became 40. Now this 40 is your denominator, and what ratio is written here, it becomes your numerator. So 1,60,000 into 10 by 40, 1,60,000 into 10 by 40, 9 by 40, 7 by 40, 4 by 40. Like this, you have calculated that each year how much discount and issue of debenture has to be written off, and then you will be passing the entry for writing of discount and issue of debenture in each year, and the entry is going to be same only, that is statement of profit and loss account debit to discount and issue of debenture. So it is not going to be very difficult for all of you, because you already understand in concept number 2.2a. Same concept has to be applied over here. Only difference is there, the debentures are not going to be redeemed in the equal installment. Okay, so the same concept you are applying over here. Just be careful when do you have to write, show the reduced amount of redeemed number of debentures. Fine. I hope this gives you a clear picture how to deal with the topic of this writing of discount on issue of debenture. This topic is not too much in detail for CBSE student, but yes, for ISC students, it is given in quite detail in this year's book. So you have to study it deeply, because there are questions based on this in your specimen paper, and there are high chances that same kind of questions can be asked for a final exam. So CBSE students also, this topic is very much there, but too much of detail is not there. Though you will see in TSK Deval's book, you will find that equal or unequal installments questions are given in illustration, but practice question, it is not over there. So I believe that you should still practice these kind of questions, because if it is there in your portion, the discount on issue of debenture, writing of discount of issue and debenture, this topic should be covered in full length. Okay, so in this video, I will teach you only the concept which we have already discussed. All the concepts are over now. Now we'll be meeting in the next video, where I am going to discuss with you how to solve the questions based on this. And each case, you should have the journal entries on your tips. You should be, confident what kind of entries need to be passed. You should be confident with the workings, and then it will become very easy for you. It will be just a piece of cake for all of you. You will be able to solve it very easy. So let us meet in the next video. Till then, do not forget to share, subscribe and like the video, and from where you are going to get the notes. If you have not yet downloaded, please download my app from Play Store. My app is called Krishna's Classes, and you show your love by subscribing my channel, by liking it, and by sharing with others, because when you all are sharing and spreading the knowledge, it will give benefits to you also, and obviously for me, this is the only motivation to come on this platform of YouTube and share things with you all. Till then, bye. We will meet in the next video.